G'day everyone, Jackson here. Welcome back to the weekly endeavours for the 26th of May. We've got a 270 steel set. There's not going to be timestamps for this one because there's only one option here that I personally think you should even bother with. So we've got arenas, 10 trivia matches, and 30 items with any skill crafting. Trivia matches, this requires you to have high isle. Arenas, you're probably going to want to have either Osinium or Markarth if you even want to attempt this, but I wouldn't recommend doing either. These two, in comparison to this one, are so much worse, and I would only consider doing this option here, even if you don't have any resources to craft with. Even if you have nothing at all, even if you've just started, if you've got no gold at all, this is the one I would recommend you do. So, I mean, you probably can't do these very well either anyway, if you're at that point, but yeah, 30 ounces at any skill, this is great. What I would suggest that you do is use alchemy, blacksmithing, or particularly provisioning. I think provisioning is the best way to go. So I'll just explain alchemy and blacksmithing quickly. Now, the reason I don't suggest these is because they both require you to use resources, whereas with provisioning, it's a little bit of a very brief gold investment of about 500 gold at the start. Once you've done that, for the rest of the time, you can do it for free no matter how many items you need to craft. As long as it's any skill or provisioning. Those two there, like, you can do this an infinite amount. And, like, doing this many items with any skill, it'll take a couple of minutes, like being as quick as you can. But this one will take close to an hour, depending on which one you want to do, Maelstrom or Vadashran. This one will take a fucking age. Because you're resting this in the hands of other players, them being ready to do Tales of Tribute. And you can't fight the NPCs, that's the main thing here. You have to do it through the player interaction one, through the joining the queue here, and that can take fucking ages, just depending on how many players are available. So, yeah, this one's just so good. Alright, so any of the crafts like clothing, blacksmithing, jewelry crafting might be a little bit better because you don't use star materials, but they're all the same. So you just go like that, and then you craft as many daggers as you need. So in this case 30, and that could be one way. And then you deconstruct the items and then save the resources that you used. But again, it uses resources. I don't like it. Now alchemy is really quick if you've got a couple of alchemy reagents, because poisons you can craft 4 poisons at a time at base with a poison solvent and 2 random resources, random agents. Now a little way of being able to cheat and know which ones work. If it says unknown, you're good to go. If it says inert, do not use them because this will not work. As long as it says unknown, or as long as it tells you exactly what it's gonna give you, then you're good to go. So if I go Bliss Thistle and Dragonthorn, it'll tell me that they both work. Yeah, because I've used them before. And what this will do is you craft it, and it will produce 4 poisons at a time. So for this, you only need, what, like 7 or 8 of each? But that's still a fair bit, because each alchemy reagent usually costs anywhere between 25 to upwards of like 200 gold, depending on the item you want to use. Now, if I were to use any of these, use whatever poison solvent you can use. Either I would suggest you go either Ica, because that's the level 1 stuff. That's probably the one most people have. Grease if you can get it, but you can use Grease and Ica at level 1. Ica gives you more XP. But if you have maxed alchemy, Alkahest is great, because Alkahest is redonkulously cheap. It's like 3 gold a piece or some shit. Utterly insane. The reason you don't want to use water is because potions give you 1 at a time at base, whereas these give you 4 at a time. And the amount that you get is quadrupled with the alchemy passive chemistry. So you can see 1 extra potion, but 4 extra poisons. So if you're max level in alchemy and you have 3 out of 3 in this, you need 2 of each, and then you can get this done. So it's super quick. But this does require resources. But on the other one with provisioning, as I said, once you've got the 2 recipes that you want, or even just the 1, if you're super strapped on cash, but that's all you need, and then you can do this for free. Because the resources you can find in a spot, they're not stolen, and you can get them to respawn over and over very quickly. So you want to come to any chef in the game, doesn't matter which one. Hizala here is a good one to use, though, because it's right next to the location that you're going to use to basically just duplicate pulls and bananas over and over. So the reason you want to talk to these chefs is in their inventory, they will have baked apples, which requires just apples, and banana surprise, which requires just bananas. So just make sure you have these 2 recipes here. So I just need to buy this one and use it. Now, these recipes can be used at level 1. It's another reason why I like this one so much. Right, so now, once you've got those 2 recipes, I will explain at the end, if you don't have any money, what I would suggest you do, just make it a little bit of money, because you need like 520 gold, I think it is. But once you've got that, that's everything. That's all you need. That's all the prerequisites to be able to do this. So come to this pier over here. Apple baskets. There's one here. So take from that. And then there's one over here. But just take from these 2. Now, sometimes they'll be empty. It just happens to be that it's random. Some things will spawn, some won't. Every time you come back and reset the area, certain things will not be there and other things will be there. It's just luck of the draw. But there will usually be a bunch of stuff here. Now, obviously, you've only got like a couple of items there. That's not enough. Now, in this case, I've already got enough because I've grabbed some before. But what you can do is, if you're level 10, you go Imperial City, what you want to do is leave the zone. What that does is reset the whole area, and it'll mean that everything here comes back. So the quickest way to do this is to go to Imperial City. If you're not level 10 on the character that you want to do this on, what I would suggest is either go to the Outlaws Refuge, which is nearby, or go to the Way Shrine, or go into a house. And in any of those cases, just leave the zone. And when you come back from another zone, it'll reset everything here. So that's one way. Now, when you go to the Outlaws Refuge, it does the same thing. The Outlaws Refuge is technically considered to be a different zone. So when you go in there and come back out, it resets everything. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a journey going back from there. Whereas with the Imperial City, you queue in, you can come in directly from where you are here. And when you're in the Imperial City safe zone, you go straight back out and it'll port you straight back here. And it counts as leaving the zone, so everything will reset. So that little loading screen there, you turn around, look for this tunnel here with the door, and you just make sure it says exit, and we go back out, and it'll take us straight back to where we were. And once you get back, as you can see here, apple basket's reset, stuff in the trays back, let's grab that stuff, and then the apple basket here, see what I mean? It hasn't respawned. There's some things that just don't respawn. It's just a gimmick of the way the game works. But yeah, all you have to do is just keep doing that over and over. Just go to Imperial City, leave, come to Imperial City, leave, loot everything every time. And then once you've got enough stuff to do this, now you come to this cooking fire right here. It's literally just a little bit of a walks away. And with these 2 recipes now, you can craft as many banana surprise with baked apples as you need. So just craft a bunch there. So we go 10. And as you can see, it counts for crafting with any skill. So you just do that a bunch of times, and that's it. So yeah, a couple of minutes, you're all done. So now I'll just quickly go through what I would suggest you do to get yourself basically free money. It's going to be a little bit of a time investment, but believe me when I say this. Oh, the uncommon standing on munt bug. Okay, so what you want to do is firstly go settings, gameplay, and turn auto loot stolen items off. Make sure this is off because it'll cause big dramas if you don't. What you're going to do is check all these dresses, and you want these items that sell for 40 gold. You want these backpacks that give you 100 gold items as well, the green items here. You want that stuff there. Every now and then you'll find blue items as well. Now what you want to do is just go into stealth and just grab these things here like this, and just anything you can get without getting spotted. The reason you don't want to get spotted is there's a guard that comes through here, and they will confiscate anything if you have to pay your bounty. There you go, you got an item there, got a lockpick. So that's one area. Also, if you come to this room, there's not actually anyone in here, so you can grab all this stuff in here without getting a bounty, because there's only like a cat in here, and the cat doesn't snitch. He's a cool dude. So yeah, there's also some weapons in here that you can get, and then what you got to do is just go a little bit south from here. The Outlaws Refuge is right here. You just come into this corner here, the far room to the right, and the fence will be here. And then you can just, we'll just launder this lockpick, because that might be helpful. But yeah, everything else, go for that. And yeah, we made a couple of 100 gold just from those few things. Oh no, there is one. Okay, so here's another thing worth talking about. So safe boxes. These can give you a couple of items quickly, if you want to quickly make gold, but it's a bit risky sometimes. because the NPCs move around the place. But if you know your way around these safe boxes, as you can see there, you can get a couple of items to sell. That's one thing. And if you do get a bounty, don't worry too much. The area near the pier, like it's only that when you go past these kinds of areas here, the guards might get in your way. Because if you get a bounty in this game, as you might have seen in the daily earlier, the guards don't really give too much of a shit. You can get pretty close to them without them actually aggroing. Like you could probably get about where that high health there is, like probably here, and that's when they'll probably aggro. You can get pretty close to them, and they don't. Honestly, they don't give a shit. Obviously, it's. Oh my god, she's doing it again. Fuck. It must be this personality, because yeah, every time you do that animation, it as soon as you stop it, it goes back. Yeah, it'd be the personality. But yeah, there's safe boxes all over the place in Oridon. You just got to go into these rooms, and they'll all be in certain spots. This one can be a pain in the ass to get. You just got to make sure these people are far enough away, stuff like that. Yeah, you can do that as well. So there's a safe box in the bank. There's a safe box here, upstairs. There's one in this building. There's one in this building, I'm pretty sure. In like the... I think it's in the corner. I can't remember. I never checked that one. There's one in this one, in the heavy armor vendor's room. I'm pretty sure there's two in this building. I'm pretty sure there's a couple in this building as well, near the two people over here. Can't remember 100% though. But yeah, you'll probably get a bounty unless you really can like know exactly when to open them. Because yeah, the people patrol around them pretty quick. The other place I would suggest is, I'll show you, is Daggerfall. But yeah, use the waste, I'm an idiot. Alright, so you want to go to Daggerfall Castle, and you want to do the same thing, but there's these wardrobes here that you can choose. Now, what you can do is actually go behind them, and people can't actually see you. I'm pretty sure you can even do this. Yeah, so you don't actually have to be in stealth for it to work, as long as you're not in line of sight. But yeah, definitely use stealth if you can. Yeah, so same thing, you can jump behind here and loot this. So yeah, there's that there you could sell too. And there's a lot of items here. Anything that's like trunks, furniture, like wardrobes, little nightstand tables, stuff like that. So yeah, sell that for 40. There's a couple of things in here. The cupboard, yeah, you can sell that for 40. Sell that for 40. It's a piece of garlic. I'm a vampire, I should be careful. Safe box as well, so you can grab that. There's some stuff here, I suppose. But yeah, these people spot you if you steal that. Nightstand here, you see another green item there, so it's, yeah. Another green item there, beautiful. Oh, excuse me. No. You don't know me. Okay, nickel, probably don't get that. It's only worth gold. No, you don't know me. Brass calipers there, sell that for 40. Got stairs. Dresser. A couple of items there that don't really matter. That sell for 40. Nightstand. 2 wardrobes here you can check. Oh, there's a blue item for 250 there, so that could make it pretty quick. So yeah, sometimes, very rarely, you'll get that. You'll also get safe boxes like this. So if you can open these, sometimes you'll get like 2 blue items from these. They're really good. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes you just get 1 green item. Yeah, like I did there. Yeah, just make sure this guy is out here, because he'll actually come into the room. That's the only guy you got to worry about. So if he's out here, do it. But if you see him like near this here, maybe just to be super safe, wait for him to come in, and then he'll walk back out, and then you're safe for a while. Wardrobe, there's another item. Nightstand. There's a trunk, the dresser, the backpack as well. Check the backpack. Dresser, nightstand, dresser, wardrobe. And then what you do is you just, because you reset the zone by leaving, you just go to the bank here and do the same thing, and just repeat the process until you get enough. And just make sure it either has, god damn it, yeah, that icon for hidden, or that which is like partially hidden. As long as it's not this one, you're fine. Yeah, you won't get a bounty for stealing stuff. Alright, if you have any questions, if there's anything else you want to know, like about how to get some gold to make to do the provisioning, just let me know. But honestly, that 500 gold, that's all you need, and you can do this one anytime the craft items, any skill one comes up, you can do this for free very quickly. That's fucking great. I love this one. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Hope your week goes well.